Hello everybody and Happy New Year's Eve! Boom, boom, boom! That's the sound of the fireworks going off. I don't have any like noise makers around me, but boom, boom! There you go. That's the sound of fireworks. Hello everybody, what's going on? And welcome to the redirect video for Let's Watch Fullmetal Alchemist, episodes 51, 52, 53, and 54. Go in the description, click on the Dailymotion, Google Drive, or BitChute links to watch these 4 episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist, and come on back tomorrow for 3 more episodes, assuming everything goes according to plan. There will be 3 more episodes tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. So come on back for New Year's Day, where we're kicking off 2021 with 3 more episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist. Pretty exciting stuff, everybody. I do have a few things to say before we end the episode here. I did not talk enough at the end about where we left off, so you guys need to go watch these episodes and then come on back here and we can talk a bit about it. Alright? Go, shoo. Get out of here, you crazy animal. Go, watch the episodes. Did you watch them? If you did, awesome. If you didn't, come on now. Anyways, all of that said, ow, my ear, ow, okay, all of that said, let us now jump into the episode breakdown, which isn't going to be too much of an episode breakdown, because I feel like these episodes really kind of spoke for themselves, but we will go through them a little bit and kind of give our thoughts. But first, before we do that, I think I was very distracted by the end of these episodes, and I was just kind of thinking about wanting to watch more, and I couldn't, and that kind of upset me. I was like, oh, fuck, I wish I had more time. Because I looked back at my reaction, and I was saying how, like, I have no idea what's even gonna happen next. And I feel kind of stupid for that. Obviously what's gonna happen next is fucking Bradley's gonna show up. I don't know how I was sitting there like, oh man, who's even left? Like, Salim? But like, that's it. Like, no, obviously fucking Bradley and Greed, like, there are still foes we have to deal with. Yeah, like, obviously it isn't just over after this. Like, I have no idea how I forgot about that. About fucking Bradley. He's just gone. He's gonna come back at some point. But first, let's jump into episode 51, The Immortal Legion. I'm not gonna read the episode descriptions like I usually do, just because I feel like I remember these episodes pretty well. I'm recording this redirect pretty closely to the time I watched the episodes. Plus, as I said, I don't have a ton to say, so let's just jump into it. Bam! Episode 51. This is a good little thumbnail here. I actually had a bit of a tough time deciding what thumbnail to go with for this episode. But I ended up going with very cool Alphonse with his glowing red eyes because it looks cool, dude. But yes, this is episode 51. We had a pretty damn good episode on our hands here. Although the really good part came in the next episode, but this episode was still super good. How did it actually begin? Because I remember how it ended. Oh, right, the mannequins attacked people, killed them. And yeah, mannequins came out, Edward prepared to fight them. Sloth showed up. And then we went straight to Alphonse, and I believe we stayed with him for the most part. I think Armstrong also popped up, but for the most part, Alphonse was the big star of the episode, as you can tell by the fact he's in the thumbnail. Alphonse fucking rocked it, dude. He was so good. This is... I don't know if I realized it in the moment, but looking back at it in editing and just thinking about it, this is one of those, like, ooh, yeah, that's a good moment. This is one of those, like, tasty moments of the show, with Alphonse, stepping out of the smoke after that fucking super... Oh, okay, let's just start at the beginning. So, Alphonse is in the little bubble still. Heinkel, is I believe his name, walks up, goes, hey, Alphonse, blah, blah, blah. Boom, big explosion. A little child comes out. Piece of shit Kimberly helped him out. And it's fucking going off. Heinkel's hurt. He's, like, dying. Alphonse drags him away. And I am calling to the gods, saying, I told you he was gonna die. I fucking called it. I knew he was gonna die, blah, blah, blah. And then the show pulls some sick-ass shit, and I forgot that he had a fucking Philosopher's Stone back in, like, episode whatever. Totally forgot about that. It's almost like someone was paid to write this or something. Heinkel pulls it out, hands it to Alphonse, and I don't know why, I thought Alphonse was going to save the stone for something, but the dude doesn't. He just goes, this situation sucks, I'ma use it, boom, does some crazy shit. Well, just does a big blast at first. Everyone's like super spooked, because holy shit. I think that blast was actually him forming his legs back, but it was just a bunch of energy. So everyone was like, what the fuck? And then, of course, he comes walking out after that awesome line. What was it exactly? It was like, the people in that stone want to fight. Let them fight. Like, that's so fucking cool. The idea that these, like, lost souls who have been ruthlessly killed and sacrificed and fucking just used and abused by these piece of shit homunculuses. They are in this stone and they're in agony. They're fucking being tortured. They can't just go and be laid to rest. And even though it's wrong to use their power, the least you can do is use their power to fight the ones who fucking did this to them. Because you know damn well they want to fight. Like, oh, that's so fucking cool. And of course, Alphonse comes out. His eyes glowing red, even though they're already red. Shut up, it looks cool. And it's fucking dope, dude. What a good goddamn episode. I love it. But of course, what fool would I be if I didn't talk about this episode? Yeah, that's the thumbnail. I think it's a good one. Jesus Christ. This episode was pretty good too. Let me make sure I remember this one. What happened besides Pride and Alphonse? Armstrong showed up. He popped Sloth's head on a spike, right? And then the mannequins showed up. And Edward kept on fighting. Got it. So that happened, for anyone curious. Also, May showed up, but whatever, it's fine. Let's talk about the real highlight, though. Whoo, boy. Fucking... Dude. So, seeing a Philosopher's Stone in use by someone like Alphonse, it really puts into context how fucking awesome it is. I mean, it's not cool, but it's kinda cool. So, The show's done a really good job of, especially Alphonse, leaving him very, how would I put it, grounded. It started off with him still having to, like, draw the circle on the ground and, like, properly do a transmutation circle to even do alchemy. And then after he saw the void or whatever the fuck that whole thing was, he was able to put his hands together because, you know what? I never thought about that. Why the fuck can they do that? Anyways, I just thought about that. Why can they do that? Because I don't think Edward... He doesn't have a circle on his glove, right? And I don't think... Has it been explained? It might have been explained at some point why he can do that. I always just took it as, like he is... He's like... He is a circle? That doesn't make sense. Anyways, Alphonse has always been the more tame fighter. Edward, like, pops up a bunch of shit and jumps around and does some crazy shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, he does some crazy stuff. Alphonse is noticeably more tame. So the moment you give Alphonse a Philosopher's Stone, I'm expecting, you know, he's not really going to use it, or if he does, it'll be to create, like, a big wall or a big dome or something. Obviously, he isn't gonna, like, get out by any means. Like, he isn't going to fight these two to some crazy fucking battle or anything. So when he pops that shit down and summons a goddamn dirt dragon out of the ground and starts riding it into the sky, that's pretty goddamn cool, dude. I think it did a really, really good job of putting just into perspective how bonkers a Philosopher's Stone is and how just completely broken it is that you can just put alchemy magic into a stone and then use it. And with no prep, no need for planning, just and then it works. It's pretty fucking cool. Although, I do wonder how a Philosopher's Stone works. Because, like, why are you able to just think about something and the stone can act it? Then again, I guess it is literal magic. I shouldn't be thinking about it too much. I'm just curious how the stone gets your thoughts and then enacts on them. But who fucking cares? It's awesome, right? It's fucking cool. And then what shocked me is this whole time I'm thinking Heinkel's basically dead. Alphonse is going to beat Kimberly. Pride's probably going to run off. And then we're going to have Alphonse go over to Heinkel and be like, I did it. I avenged you. And he'll be like, thanks, kid. Now, go see your brother. And then he would die. What shocked the hell out of me is Heinkel is A, alive, and B, obliterating fools. It's awesome. He pops in because Alphonse handed the fucking stone to Marco. Marco? Marcus? Marco. Handed it to him, and he, I imagine, used it on Heinkel. Because he would know how to do that, I suppose, so makes sense that Alphonse wouldn't immediately try to save him because he has no idea how to fucking do that. He's clearly going on the fucking fly here. He's jumping into the sky and all kinds of shit. That actually would have been kind of fun if we had a bit more of Alphonse just trying to learn to use the Philosopher's Stone, and like he's accidentally causing shit to happen. That could have been fun. Hire me, fucking author of the manga, I guess. But yeah, that all was great, but it was just the build up to the best part. Kimberly getting fucking obliterated. Kimberly is sitting there, fucking typical Kimberly piece of shit, right? Turns around, boy gets chomped so hard. Like, it's so gnarly, dude. It's just fucking disgusting how hard he gets got. And the fact that Kimberly is killed by one of these, what I would call, like, jobber characters, blows my mind. Like, how the fuck did Heinkel kill Kimberly? Like, that alone justifies these characters being in this series 1,000,000,000%. Like, I didn't really talk about it at the time because I didn't think Kimberly was dead. Because I keep forgetting that Kimberly isn't, like, a super crazy god of regenerating power like all the other homunculuses. Kimberly's not a homunculus. I mean, yeah, he has a Philosopher's Stone in him, so I guess I figured they can still do something to save him. But no, he's fucking dead. He was on the ground dying. And I guess they could have done something, but fuck them. But yeah, like, he just fucking holds Kimberly in his goddamn jaw. And he's just... And, like, Kimberly can't do shit. Because, you know, you got a tooth in your fucking throat and you can't do anything. Like, I imagine Kimberly theoretically could have gotten out of that somehow. But, like, do you want to fuck with that? I don't think you do. It's fucked up. But then they didn't kill him. They probably should have killed him. But I guess they threw him back to Pride in a hope of, like, okay, don't follow us. Here's your fucking dude, let's go. And of course, Yoki. How could I forget Yoki showing up and hitting Pride with a car? It's fucking great. He just pops in and hits Pride with a car. He just runs over a kid. It's great. I'm always a fan of the more useless minor characters who don't have crazy cool powers doing something cool. And I think Yoki coming in with a car is pretty high up on the list of cool things non-superhuman characters can do. It's on top of, like, number 3 is the car. Number 2 is, like grabbing someone and leading them into, like, a death trap. Or, like, grabbing someone and jumping off of a building with them. That's pretty cool, too. And then number 1 is, like, just pulling out a gun. That's great. In any series, when there's, like, super-powered characters, and a non-super-powered character just pulls out a gun, I'm like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Your powers mean nothing against gun, except in this series, gun does not do much, sadly. Which is sad, because, you know, it would be cool if someone just pulled out a gun and shot Pride in his stupid face. But sadly, that will not happen. Question for all the lore nerds out there. Are homunculuses bulletproof? Because later in this session, Hawkeye is shooting Pride, and while, yeah, he's annoyed by it, he doesn't seem to be getting, like, blown the fuck up, right? Like, he's just kind of going, shit, fuck. So, is it more like those bullets are just, like, hitting him, and he's just kind of going, shit, fuck, ow, 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 ow. Or is it literally going into his body? Because obviously they didn't show it in, like, super detail, I don't think. Probably just because, like, who fucking cares? The bullets aren't going to kill him. But if, like, Hawkeye walked up to Pride and just shot him in the head, would... Like, if she took a shotgun and shot Pride in the head, would Pride need to regenerate first, or would the bullet or the buck shot, would it just like bounce off, or would it go through? I mean, we've seen explosions can kill them, except for Sloth, and even then I think we only saw explosions for Gluttony, and it's because he had an explosion inside him. Can't do much about that. Yeah, I'm trying to think back. Have we ever seen anyone explode? I mean, I guess we know fire kills them. But even then, like, fire isn't a, like, obliterator for them. It's just a immediate pain, but then it kind of... Because Roy's fire is real strong to the point that he can incinerate the mannequin zombies. Or the mannequin soldiers. So I wonder if he could theoretically, because he shoots fire at fucking Envy and also Lust, and they aren't torched to a goddamn crisp. They're obviously like burnt, but they're not, you know, turned to dust, you know. And I get their homunculuses so they regenerate fast, but surely, like, at least half of their body would be really bad, and then they'd be able to heal it back up super quick. But Lust only got really, really bad towards the end. And Envy didn't, like, turn to dust until the very, 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 very end. So it seems like they only really turn to dust when they run out of power. So they seem to have some kind of resistance to fire. Even though it absolutely destroys them, they don't take normal person damage still. At least their bodies don't. I mean, it still hurts like fucking hell. Unless Roy was just holding back on Envy, which is possible, but then that doesn't explain Lust, but he was also really hurt at the time, so he maybe couldn't go all the way in. And he was using a lighter. The flame might not be as strong. You know what? We've talked about it for long enough. Lore question. Can homunculuses... do they... Fuck it. Can they get shot... do bullets go through their skin? There we go. Do they have really, really strong skin? There. Anyways, episode 52 fucking rocked. But let's talk about episode 53. Episode 53, I'm fucking... I don't even... Okay. Episode 53 was fucking rad. Mustang comes on in, burns all the fucking soldiers to a crisp because he's awesome. Also, this whole time, Bradley's wife is on some fucking radio show. That's kind of neat. That's a neat little thing. Don't have anything to say about it. It's cool that they're, like, causing irreversible damage, but, that, you know, what the fuck else am I supposed to say? Blah, blah, blah. The coup d'etat spreads. Fucking May lures Envy into a trap in the upper levels, causing them both to fall into the chamber. Wait, did May lure Envy into a trap? I thought they both just accidentally fell. Anyways. Who fucking cares? Let's talk about this part. So. Fuck, this part's really cool looking. So. Let's talk about it. Alright? In fact, since this part ties so much in with the second part, let's just go to episode 54 and just talk about the entire thing. So, Roy Mustang is fucking awesome, right? And let me preface this with saying I do not like in anime or any kind of media when an absolutely horrible character is so goddamn horrible and awful and just a bad person is given this sort of mercy that they totally do not deserve. I think it can be done well, but in most cases, the character giving mercy is a fucking murderer. Off the top of my head, let's go with an actual film, right? Let's go with a movie, alright? Let's not even talk about anime. Let's go with a movie. John Wick. We all love some John Wick. Keanu Reeves. Dog. Great stuff. In that movie, there is a character, who John is almost killed by. Total piece of shit, right? John fucking, after a long event of stupid shit, this guy, causing him so much trouble the entire film, goes face to face with him, and the guy puts up his fists and goes, John, no guns. Let's do this like men. And for whatever reason, John, the complete noble, the complete fucking cold-blooded serial killer at this point, killed so many dudes, ruthlessly shooting them in the goddamn head because he doesn't give a fuck. He's out for revenge. For some reason, throws his gun to the side and goes, yeah, this is a good fucking plan. It's absurd. It's stupid. It fucking makes no sense. This character, fucking, Vigo is his name. Total piece of shit. Like, the worst of the worst. John should have killed him earlier, but that's a whole different topic. So, fucking worst of the worst, and for whatever reason, because the story needs a part to show you that John is still a good guy, that he throws the gun away and he says, yes, let's have a noble fight. Despite all of the times John has snuck up on people and ruthlessly fucking murdered them. Ruthless people who are way, way better people than Vigo. But because the film needs a climax, John's gonna be a fucking dumbass and do some stupid Hollywood movie shit and throw the gun away so they can have a fist fight. It's stupid. I hate it, right? And I feel like that kind of stuff happens a lot, where a character is super evil, the worst of the worst, and the good guy goes, now you listen here. I don't forgive you. But if I killed you, I'd be no better than you, right? Like, that typical thing. Or, one of my favorite examples in recent time, from the anime Dororo, which was great, by the way, everyone should watch it, it ended up being pretty good. But there's a part in there where there's these group of, bandits. And the two main characters, Dororo and Hyakimaru, are traveling. They run into this girl and these children that she takes care of. It's an orphanage, it's run down, it's dirty, it's gross. But, you know, it's the best these kids have, and she's taking care of them, and it's wonderful. So, the story's there. Hyakimaru and Dororo leave for a bit, and when they come back, there's these bandits, or soldiers, I forget exactly who they are, but they're horrible people, right? They have killed her, because it turns out she was, basically selling her body to afford food for these kids. So she's like total good guy here. She is doing everything she can for these kids. Like, she is doing whatever she can to keep these kids going. And horrible soldier bandit people not only killed her, they have now killed all of the children. And they are burning the orphanage to the ground. Can I hammer home how evil these characters are? They are burning an orphanage and killing children. All of the children are dead. So, Hyakimaru, the main character, goes nuts. Starts doing the whole anime rabid dog thing, just going and just starts cutting dudes up. It's awesome. I mean, it's sad and it's like very violent and jarring, but given what has happened, yeah, you want to see these characters get obliterated. So he's going nuts, boom, 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 and the whole time it keeps cutting back to Dororo, who's this like little kid. And they're going, no, stop! And then at the end, Hyakimaru's about to kill one final guy, right? And this dude had his arm cut off, and he's like, no, please! He's, for some reason, expecting to live here. And Hyakimaru's going for the kill. And Dororo runs up and grabs him and says, don't do it, Hyakimaru! You'll become a demon too! And it fucking nearly ruined the entire series for me. As I said, it gets way better by the end. But this moment of, I cannot hammer home enough. They murdered orphans. They murdered orphan children for no reason. And killing them would be an evil thing. Like, I get it in some cases, and especially in this show, the specific case they had, I can see. But it's so common in media for horrible characters to be not justified, but to be understood as maybe they are bad, but you can't be bad like them. Which is fair enough, except for when the villain is irredeemably evil. And in these two cases I talked about, they are irredeemably evil. In the case of this show, Envy is irredeemably evil. Look, I brought it all around. Envy, irredeemably evil. Needs to die. I don't care what the show says. I don't care how much I think he's funny or charming or whatever. He needs to die. He is a horrible monster. The fact that he came out of that stupid fucking jar and was still being an asshole, fuck this guy. He needs to go, period. So for the show to take the move of the character saying, Roy, you're going too far, I was scared. I was really, really scared. We were going to get a, you need to give him a chance to redeem himself, or you need to stop. If you kill him, you'd be no better. We can put him in prison or something, right? Like, I was waiting for the stupid bullshit to happen. But luckily, this show did a good job of saying, no, look, we are going to kill this guy. We have no intention of saving this fucking thing's life. We are going to kill it, but you can't kill it. Because if you kill it, you are going to go deep into this hole. Look, you're threatening Ed. You're threatening fucking Hawkeye. Like, you're threatening your closest friends here because you want to be the one to kill him. You want to be the one to do it. It doesn't matter who fucking kills him, dude. What matters is that he dies. It doesn't matter who pulls the trigger. But you're so obsessed that you're threatening your friends because you can't pull the trigger. You need to fucking chill for a second. This isn't the time to be doing this shit. And I love that Roy is still going, you're all stupid. I'm gonna fucking kill it. You're all idiots. Until he says, Hawkeye, once this is all done and you shoot me in the fucking head because I've gone crazy, what are you gonna do? And she's like, look, I'll be fucking straight up here with you. I got nothing left. I have no intention of living beyond this day. That's it. And Roy shoots some fire down a hall because he's pissed off. He's overflowing with the need to fucking obliterate this thing. And he can't. He shoots it off to the side. And he just fucking so angry that he has to stop. He turns around and he sits down and he's done, right? And it's just like he's so angry, not at everyone per se, he's just angry that they convinced him. That he isn't allowed to go out in this blaze of glory, fucking defending Hughes' honor. He's so mad he can't just do this. But he stops. And Envy looks around like, what? What? Why did you stop? That makes no sense. You hate me. I killed Hughes. Ha ha ha. Fucking kill me, you idiot. And this scene after all that emotional, logical, interesting shit happened, Envy is just having this breakdown. As someone who is obsessed with humans and fucking finds them so stupid and thinks they're so above them, Envy realizes they don't understand humans. They don't understand them at all. This makes no sense. Humans don't do this. I killed your friend and you're gonna not kill me? What are you talking about? And why are you working with Scar? You hate each other. Scar, he killed all of your people. Why? What? And Scar is just like, yeah, he did. But I hate you, you know? And I love this moment of all these characters who, for all intents and purposes, should hate each other, just looking at this little green slime ball with just pity. Just pity. Because they've all been there. They've all been lost in the throe of revenge and getting what they want by any means. They've all fucking been there. And to just watch it from the outside and to see this tiny little fucking ball of emotion just bursting out, they all just look at it and they just feel bad about it, man. I almost made the thumbnail for this episode the shot of Envy's eye with Edward reflected in it. I thought that was a great shot, but I ended up going with the opening because that's the thing I do here. But yeah, man, what a great episode. And I know I took a roundabout path to fucking get I know I took the scenic route to get to the point here, but I just really want to hammer home how much I've thought about this episode after the fact. Because I ended this episode going like, I don't have anything to say about it. It speaks for itself. It doesn't, man. There's so much to fucking talk about there. I just didn't have the fucking words. But like, they're all just sitting there dejected and sad because they've overcome their stronger emotions. Like, Scar isn't trying to choke the life out of Roy for being an alchemist of the state. Roy isn't trying to goddamn torch fucking Envy. Edward, despite seemingly being enemies with Scar, is totally fine with them, and despite hating Envy, is trying to save his life. Like, all these just dejected humans are sitting here and they feel so together in this moment, despite one of them being an Ishvalan survivor who has a death wish, one of them being a fucking state alchemist who nearly fucking destroyed himself in this revenge quest, one alchemist boy who is just trying to goddamn figure this out any way he fucking can. All these people... Oh, and fucking Hawkeye, who almost lost literally her only reason for living at this point. These characters who have just... Who, by all accounts, it's a miracle they're even doing anything at this point. And for them all to just hear this little goddamn bug going off about how they are not making any sense. Because they're not acting on their impulses. Humans do that. Humans are selfish, shitty creatures. Why aren't you acting like humans? What's happening here? And for them to just hear that and to just sort of not ignore it per se, but hear his words and just feel pity for him for being so wrong about how humans are. And just hearing him say, Roy, why are you working with Scar? You torched his people. Why are you here? And Roy just kind of looks back at him with this sad expression of, yeah, I did. Why shouldn't we work together? What's stopping us here? You know? It just feels like they're all looking in some weird-ass way at their past selves with envy. And I know this is getting real fucking deep here, and I'm getting real deep into the drapes are blue because everyone's sad, right? I'm getting real deep in the whole, metaphor rabbit hole here. So I'll tone it off for a bit. But look, it's fucking New Year's Eve. I want to get deep. And I thought that scene was really deep, okay? I don't write scripts for this. If I had a script for this, it would be more interesting, okay? Anyways. That is my thoughts on Fullmetal Alchemist. Fucking episode whatever, dude. That's my thoughts on Fullmetal Alchemist, episodes 51, 52, 53, and 54. Hopefully you enjoyed. Episode 54, I went off on a fucking tangent for, but, listen. I didn't talk about it a lot in the actual episode, and I've thought about it a lot since then, and I think that's one of my favorite scenes in the entire series, is all of these characters of vastly different backgrounds and reasons for being there, or vastly different backgrounds, different end goals, different ideals, different views of fucking life, all here just to save the world, pretty much, or save a lot of people, even people who they don't really like. Scar's there. Scar doesn't give a fuck about half these people, but he isn't gonna let another Ishval happen. He isn't gonna watch as a bunch of people die. Not this time. So all of these people, vastly different, are here, putting their differences aside, and being awesome. And there's just this little green bug going, no, you can't do that. You can't be better. You can't be better than you are. No. This isn't how it fucking works. No. You are human. No, you're not allowed to do that. It's great. I love it. Anyways, fucking whatever. I'm such a goddamn idiot. I'm sitting here going, oh my god, the show's so good. It's fucking talking about the fucking human condition and how humans are complicated. I'm such an idiot, dude. Alright? Look, it's good, okay? It's a good show. Let me take this. Anyways, thank you all for watching the redirect video. Come on back tomorrow, and we will have some more Fullmetal Alchemist for you. I don't know exactly when it'll be. It might be at midnight for me, which would be 12 a.m. EST. Although it might be later in the day, just so that it's New Year's Day for everyone. So, we'll see. Check on you guys tomorrow. Bye! Listen, guys, the show's really good, I swear to God. Also, I'm sorry for talking about Dororo and John Wick. That came out of nowhere. I'm really sorry about that.